Hello friends. Nitecore experiments a lot. I don't always like the results of these experiments, but I really liked the 27 unit. It was a successful attempt by Nitecore to do something really new in such a saturated and hackneyed segment of flashlights as DC, that is, pocket ones. And then I'll tell you exactly what I liked about this flashlight, and of course what I didn't like. Let's go. The flashlight has an excellent premium packaging. As a gift, it will definitely look worthy. In addition to the EDC27 itself, only the Tipsy manual, charging cable and lanyard are included. Well, nothing else is needed. 13.5 centimeters in length is, in general, quite a bit for the DC segment. Here even the Sapphire SP35 full-size flashlight with 21700 battery turns out to be shorter. But as soon as the EDC27 turns sideways and you see that it has 14 millimeters of thickness. This is frankly quite a bit, and the flashlight will fit quite easily even in the pocket of your pants. You can carry it there without any inconvenience. As for the design, it already borrows a number of ready-made solutions. Something there from Tiny 2, something from Tip, something from Tube. If you already have such rechargeable key flashlights from Nitecore, then you will not see anything fundamentally new here. The result was a very pleasant and unusual looking flashlight. A kind of limousine stretched out of an ordinary compact subcompact with a key lamp. The anodizing is rough, pleasantly wound in the hand. The body itself is swift and elegant. In short, I definitely like the result of the design work. And the flashlight actually sits comfortably in your hand. It is light, the grip is reliable, access to both buttons is easy. Actually, the buttons are actually convenient and, together with an intuitive good interface, give quite flexible control of the flashlight. It's easy to screw up here, and I often criticize Nitecore for experimenting with management, but it's in this model that everything is right as it should be. Here I rate the management as very, very convenient. If desired, a clip can be threaded through the strap. Again, if desired, it can be removed by working a little with a screwdriver. Well, if I mentioned a screwdriver, then with its help you can effortlessly look at the rich inner world of the flashlight. Look carefully, the arrow marks the place where the LED substrate is adjacent to some plate. We turn the flashlight over with our back, open it and see that it is a continuation of a much longer L-shaped plate, which is designed to improve the heat sink. And to make a good heat sink in such compact flashlights with a built-in battery is not an easy task. Well, many, what can I hide, mess up with this even in full-size flashlights. But with the screen, as I said, there are no innovations, everything is the same in other key flashlights with a screen from Nitecore. The flashlight charges quickly, and 1700 milliamps an hour of its generally decent capacity, it gains in 1 hour. There's nothing to complain about. As optics, a shooting range lens is used, behind which there is a pair of CST-40 LEDs. By the way, it is not visible here, but there is also a brightness sensor hiding right there, which automatically resets it to 65 lumens from high, turbo or strobe if there is some obstacle ahead. Quite a reasonable check, in my opinion. There is a charging connector hidden in the corner on the side, as I was looking for a good charging speed. I repeat, I rate management very highly. There is instant access to the minimum brightness from the off state. It's really convenient. Just half press from the off state on the power button and you are in the minimum mode of 15 lumens. Then turn on the shutdown by clicking on the main button. From the on state, press this button and change the brightness. The second mode button also has 2 levels. If you do a half squeeze in turbo mode, a full press starts the sling. In addition, the flashlight also has 2 lock modes. Make a light click and a second click with a delay from the enabled state and you are in the first lock mode. This is a type of tactical mode, where you only have access to turbo X strobe, again, the floor and a full push of the mode button. The second lock mode completely blocks the flashlight. You need to wait until the first lock level lights up and continue holding the button, and then you will switch to the second lock mode. In short, the management is easy, convenient, and I think they didn't mess it up here. Well done. The quality of light, alas, is not high, with a fair amount of greenery in the lower modes. Turbo 3000 lumens lasts 10 seconds, and for a flashlight of these sizes it's probably even good. High wonderful mode. He impressed me. When cooled, it drops after 10 minutes to about 750 lumens. It works in this mode for 40 minutes, and without cooling you will have an hour at the level of about 500. Lumen is great. The mid lasts 4.5 hours, and this is enough for any evening walk. As for the light, it is the purest YAG light with an emphasis on close-up lighting. Due to the brightness, you can briefly illuminate something at an average distance. I'm talking about turbo, you'll light up very well, and I think you can see it on these GIFs. Or you can just surprise others with a bright light unexpected for such a compact case. And for most typical flashlight lighting situations, you will need low-mid modes, no higher. With high, you can move there quickly by bike on the same if you attach it as a light. Or if you want to shine something within a radius of 25 meters. Well, the turbo, as you can see, shines very brightly and widely. Not for long, yes, but 10 seconds should be enough for you to quickly look around. Within 50 meters, this is quite a well-off flashlight in terms of light and time of operation, and this distance is just completely typical for the mass of everyday needs here. As I said, Nitecore experiments a lot and far from always liking the result of these experiments, but EDC27 is definitely, in my opinion, a successful attempt to do something new in the EDC segment. They just took a well-designed key flashlight, dramatically increased the battery capacity, and simultaneously increased the brightness and length of the case. These two increases in themselves are not a great trick, and there are a lot of failed attempts on the market to simply lift up the brightness to the ceiling. But, to their credit on Icer, they went beyond that and came up with a cool move. They added a heat sink plate directly from the LED substrate to the back of the flashlight. Well done. This plate really works. They have a good, well-developed, convenient control here, similar to what is in the flashlights. I got used to it instantly. Each button has 2 levels of operation. This made it possible to make the management really flexible, and it will seem convenient even to an advanced user and will not scare away the average user who will spend 2 or 3 minutes reading the manual. The tactical potential is not bad for once, access to both turbo and strobe, and even from on from off. Fast charging, full stabilization, the flashlight responds perfectly to cooling. In short, I actually think that this is a successful model, the purchase of which will not disappoint. Well, from criticism, this is ultra-low 15 lumens. By itself, it's definitely a good mode, but it would be worth adding some kind of firefly to the lumen floor. Of course, I would prefer the color temperature in the region of 5000 Kelvin and without such a huge amount of greenery in the lower modes. Well, the price. EDC27 is definitely not a cheap flashlight. I think it will most likely be bought as a gift to someone. It will be an impressive, practical, and pleasant gift. And only a few will buy it for themselves, and therefore most likely this review will be purely entertaining for you. But if you are still motivated to buy a flashlight, then you can buy it by following the link in the description of the video. If someone already has this flashlight, please share your impressions in the comments. Bye, friends.